All right, welcome back to TalknChop, your best food show, best comedy show in the whole world. Man, do we got a special guest in the building today? You guys know how I feel about food, especially women that can throw the shit down. Man, we got Grace's Kitchen in the building.
Yes, what's good? What's
Welcome, Grace.
good?
Welcome, Grace. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Hey, y'all. I'm Grace. As you can see back here, Grace's Kitchen. I'm at 2727 Lounge every Friday and Saturday slanging plates, okay?
Slanging them plates.
Slanging them plates. We do Nigerian food, we do American food, and we do infusions.
Fusions, wow.
Where you like a little bit of something with a little bit of that, so it's familiar to
it.
everyone.
Okay. Well, let's start off with you, Grace. How did you even end up with all this? Where did it start? Where did the inspiration start to just, you know what, I can cook, but guess what? I'm finna sell them.
So it started in 2019. I did keto for like maybe 90 days, and I started doing like low carb meals, and I was posting all these low carb meals and substitutes.
Right.
Everyone would always message me, "Oh, is that for sale? Is that for sale?" And I'll be like, "No, I'm not selling it. I'm just cooking it for me."
Right, because it looks so good.
Yeah, so everyone just kept on asking me, "Is that for sale?" So one day I went to, I don't know if y'all know Clara. She throws like food festivals or
Nice.
Taste of Nigeria, stuff like that. She throws events.
Okay.
So one year, the same year, everyone's asking me, "Do I sell food? Do I sell food?" I go to one of her festivals, like in a building where there's a whole bunch of vendors. I spend about maybe 60, $80, and then I was thinking to myself, I should have made money in here, not spent money in here. So I was thinking to myself, the next event she does, I'm gonna take a risk on myself, and I'm gonna be a vendor. I'm gonna be the person in here making money, not spending money.
Wow.
And that's
pause real quick. So right there in that moment, she switched her mindset from consumer to producer.
Yeah.
And, like she just already knew. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm well capable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people have already been asking me like,
right,
you should do it. You should do it. And I've always been cooking since I was in high school. Like my mom's always busy, so I would be the one to cook for my brothers and sisters. And then when my parents split, like my dad would always make me cook for him. Even though it would be like easy stuff I would cook, but I've always been in the kitchen.
Nice.
But then as I got older, I just wanted to start doing more, learning how to make more. Because all the Nigerian food I make, my mom did not teach me how to make that. I taught myself how to make that.
Sounds like you're rolling deep with some Niger.
Yeah, no, I teach myself everything. And my uncles and aunts be like, wow. But yeah, but that's how it started. So maybe like 2 or 3 months after that, I was a vendor at her thing. It was the first time I ever sold food. And I did good. I did good because some people didn't make any money. Some vendors were complaining that, I didn't make any money. Like, because, you can sell a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. I know,
well, you're talking about...
Good food speaks for itself.
The type of vendor you talking about is when I'm at the club and I'm selling food and another vendor selling food.
Oh,
and that shit is real. Like I had never been cussed out so many times in my life before by another vendor. But then I don't be arguing with her because you the help and I'm a boss. Like I'm not gonna argue with the help because from afar you can't tell who's who.
True.
So I'm not about to argue with you because this is my brand and my business.
Right.
I got a lot to lose. You working for this guy, so that's why you acting silly.
Trying to off your game.
Yeah, and then
Okay, so not only are you a good chef, you're emotionally intelligent.
Oh yeah, I got to be.
You know when they're trying to play this silly little game.
Yeah, no, I can't fall for the trap because that's why I'm still there and they're not. So yeah, that part.
I see.
That part.
Yeah. That's a big what do you call it? A big up in business.
That's a flex.
Because when you could tell me this, when you're in business, you're dealing with people, right?
Oh yeah.
Emotions, etc., egos.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you kind of stay like, straight to the business, you know what I'm saying? How do you stay focused with all this hustle and bustle?
Well, my main thing is pleasing the client.
Right.
But I need to be pleased as well, so it has to make sense. So my whole thing is I want to offer you a deal, but I also want to make sure I'm profiting from this deal as well, like, if that makes sense. Like, because some people say I'm too expensive. My plate started at $25.
That ain't nothing.
So, but some people be like, what?
Shit,
I'm not paying that.
A gram don't start at what, 15 or 10?
Right. Right? Exactly.
Right,
But then some people don't give me no pushback at all. And that's how you have to figure out who your audience is. Because if I try and sell $25 plate at my Nigerian church, they ain't coming for that. They're not doing that. But if I go to where I'm at after hours or whatever, I tell them $35 for oxtails. Wow. No pushback. And they adding stuff to it.
Okay.
I got an everything special plate where 55. You can get a little bit of everything that I have available, and people will. Yeah, I want that. I want that.
I see.
Yeah.
You have a loyal customer base.
I have loyal customers who they fuck with me, and I be like, damn, y'all really fuck with me. And like, and I be surprised. I don't even know they fuck with me the way they fuck with me. So it's like
that's the best part.
Yeah, no, I love that because most of your biggest client is gonna be someone you don't know.
Man, they always say it's not your friends or family
that
gonna make you million.
It's someone you don't know. It's strangers.
Right.
I got people who came down from Cali for just to come. They were at the club for Valentine's Day. Girl followed me on Instagram, hit me up and asked me. She said she's coming back to Houston in May for her birthday. Can I cater 15 people a brunch? Because she had my food. She was she was like, I just can't believe I got oxtails, jerk chicken, rice and peas, cabbage, beef patty, and cake.
Man.
And because it was Valentine's Day. So whenever there's something going on, I always give back. Like Black Friday, if you got food, you got free banana pudding. Or on my anniversary when I was at the club for a year, if you bought a plate, you got a free champagne. Wow. So I always give back how I can. But she was like, I went back to Cali and told everyone. I just couldn't believe they was selling that in the club and all that for $35.
Man, so you made a deal they cannot repeat.
Yeah. And not only a deal, I made a repeat customer from someone who don't even live in Houston. She lives in Cali.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how good your shit is. I'm talking, man, now you got me thinking like someone might just, hey man, we're in Alaska. I know you're a little far. You trying to...
If you flying me out.
Man.
If you flying me out, I'm coming. Now, if I have to pay to come, I ain't coming. But if you flying me out, I'm definitely coming.
No, facts.
Because I even want to do a food tour now. Because people been like, my TikTok be popping. Right. They be like, can you come to Dallas? Can you come to New York? But I've got Dallas requests like 2 or 3 times. But Dallas, I ain't never been to Dallas to have fun. Yeah, but I'm thinking about money and not fun.
Dallas has the most billionaires and millionaires in Texas. You know what I'm saying? You come to Houston and spend that shit. Yeah. If you want to make it,
Dallas.
If you want to keep it, it's Dallas. Because it's quieter over there. Yeah. Yeah, but hey, man, you tapping the Dallas market?
Because I've had about 3 requests, come to Dallas. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to look into doing a food tour. What cities y'all want me to hit up? Because I got to do my research and I have to find the clubs or people out there who will give me permission to do that. Because I can't just pull up and do that.
I wouldn't even use the word permission.
I need the permission, though. Or the opportunity. But,
because your food is like already like 10. Yeah. Plus your reviews are 10.
Appreciate that.
So it's only a matter of time for, hey, let's do a partnership. Yeah. You know? Wow. So I was going to ask you all these fancy questions, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But, man, I just want you to tell us about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where are you from? Like, where you born? Just a little bit.
Okay, so I am first generation Nigerian, American born.
First generation?
Yes, because my parents were born and raised in Nigeria, but I was born and raised in America. So I'm first generation of that.
Okay.
So I was actually born in Georgia, in Gwinnett County. Gwinnett County. I grew up in Fulton County, though, Alpharetta. Because I used to say I was from Atlanta, and then I went to Atlanta. I was like, I'm from Alpharetta. Okay,
shout out Atlanta.
Yeah, there's a big difference. I'm from Alpharetta. I moved to Houston in 2000, and I also lived in Chicago too.
Wow.
I lived in Chicago for 4 years.
I see.
So I was born in Atlanta, in Georgia. We moved to Chicago, then we moved back to Georgia, and then I've been in Houston since 2000.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm well seasoned.
Very well traveled.
Well seasoned, well traveled, and I got culture because I'm Nigerian. I know where I come from.
Ooh, hold on a minute now. You striking the core with that one. You striking the core with that one. Our viewers gonna be like, did she say she got culture because she's African?
Yes, I did. I know where I come from. I'm gonna tap into the culture. I have respect. I have morals, values. I have a Not that other people don't as well.
I was just about to say, right?
But everyone has different cultural values, different morals, and stuff like that. I'm just letting you know I'm cultured.
Yeah, so what she's trying to say is she reps both of her cultures.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She's black. She's literally African American.
Nigerian.
Straight up.
Yes, I'm absolutely claiming the Nigerian. I love being Nigerian. I would not change that ever. I'm actually just grateful. And people, because I don't look Nigerian, and people be like, you Nigerian? 100%? Are you mixed? No, I'm not mixed. Like, I went to a wedding one time, and these men were like, oh, you don't want to try this Nigerian food? It's good. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm Nigerian.
It's because you gotta have the features, you know what I'm saying?
What are the features?
You gotta have the big lips,
whatever,
big nose, and then you gotta have the attitude.
Whatever.
You gotta have the attitude, you know what I'm saying? Nigeria girl walk in the room, she's already doing all that type shit, you know what I'm saying?
And then I'm a Yoruba. I'm Yoruba, so people think I'm Igbo.
Oh, that's why.
Because I'm light skinned.
Yes, and you're red bone, not light skinned.
They need to stop that, because there can be Yoruba chicks that look like me without bleaching.
I guess so. I wouldn't know anything about cosmetics.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, facts.
But yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. I'm Nigerian. Wow. You know, I'm born in America. You know.
Okay.
I'm well seasoned and cultured.
Did you go to college? Do you have any culinary?
Yes.
Education?
Well, I didn't go to college for culinary, but I got my bachelor's degree in corporate communication studies.
Is that a real degree?
It is a real degree.
Y'all get paid for that?
No, at all. It's actually a real degree, but it's a trash degree.
Right, like
But
philosophy.
if I wanted to... Well, no, it's not like philosophy. I'm in the wrong area. Now, if I moved to New York or Cali and wanted to get... You see how we doing this podcast or whatever? Mm-hmm. If I wanted to train myself to be like a news anchor or something like that, it's communication.
Is that what you wanted to do?
I did. Like, my dream job is to be like Wendy Williams, even to this day. Like... I wanted it to be Gossip with Grace, but then that's kind of messy. So
that's a hook title right
yeah,
there.
It's kind of messy, though. I don't want to be too... I still want you to like me, even though I know the job is going to come with you not liking me, because I'm going to speak the real. I don't care if I hurt your feelings.
You are a pleaser, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I please myself. I might not please...
Pull up. Hey, man. Don't pull out the rose, man. Don't pull out that rose now. Keep that shit,
Shut up.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
We all have that as women. We have to, because, man, y'all know what's going to do what y'all have to do.
No, y'all supposed to cater to us. Really.
Okay. We're supposed to cater to each other.
As long as we're, playing our part.
No, y'all supposed to make sure that we hit where we're supposed to hit. And sometimes y'all don't. So
sometimes it takes too long. Sometimes it's not the right spot. Sometimes he's aggressive. Well, sometimes he ain't hitting it too hard.
You gotta know who you with. You gotta know who you with, and stop doing stuff with random people all the time. Pretty much.
You feel me? Don't experiment with people. Just pick one and
learn them.
Right.
Learn them.
That's what she's saying.
Yes, that's what she said. Okay.
Well, let's go back to the food. Let's go back to the food. So.
What was we saying? Because I said I can please myself. He's so nasty, y'all.
Huh? How would you describe your cooking style? How would you describe your cooking style?
My cooking style, I would describe it as infusion. Infusion, because back to where we said I'm Nigerian and American, I want to tap into both. Right. And if you're American, I want to give you the opportunity to taste something you've never tasted before. So, for instance, one of my best-selling plates are my pasta. The key ingredient that people don't really know that's in the pasta, I put suya spice in my cream, the cream for the pasta.
I've never even thought of that. Of course, I'm
you
not
don't
sure.
Cook, but yeah.
But man, that's... What?
Yeah, I put suya spice in the cream sauce, but black people don't know what suya is, so I just say Parmesan pasta. I used to say suya pasta.
That'll kind of throw them off a little
bit. They don't
bit.
know what it is. Sometimes I get tired of explaining. So, but then some of them do know what it is. But the whole point is to introduce you to something that you didn't know or you haven't tried before. And if you introduce it with something...
So you like to infuse different spices in your cooking. You know, so people can try something new or they can just be shocked oh, wow, what is that? Let me ask her. You know what I'm saying? A little kick to it.
Yeah, a little kick to it. I'll create my... my sister will see something or my brother will see something and send it to me. So that's even how the suya pasta came about. My sister was on Twitter and somebody posted a suya pasta with the suya meats in it, and she was like, Grace, make this.
Pull that shit down.
And I made it, and ever since I made it, I've been selling the shit out of it. But the thing is, when you sell food at the club, you got to deal with people's food preferences and allergies. So some people, they don't want no meat, or they're allergic to shellfish or whatever. So whenever I make a pasta, there is no meat or in it. So it's just a suya pasta. If you want suya meat on it, I put it separate. Like, you get to pick 2 meats for $25 or 1 meat for $20. I have chicken suya, salmon suya, shrimp, and beef suya. You can choose if you want it over the suya pasta or suya rice.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever had suya rice?
I've never heard of suya rice.
Suya rice.
That's crazy.
It's basically a fried rice with the suya spice.
Okay.
And then you throw the smoked suya meats in it.
I can already taste it.
That shit is fire.
Dang.
So it all depends, because some people don't like dairy. If you don't like dairy, you don't want no pasta.
True.
So you can eat it with rice. Or if you are health conscious, because Grace's Kitchen started off as a low carb alternative thing, you can just get the meats and eat it with you can eat it like that, or with the the onions and tomatoes, like just for the protein.
Oh, so you have a pretty interesting cooking style.
Yeah, I cater, everything but vegan.
Oh,
I'm sorry, y'all.
Damn, y'all too expensive.
I don't cater to
y'all
vegan.
Too picky.
But I do have a vegan caterer that I can refer them to. I don't do vegan.
Wow.
Because I'm not doing that. Like, you don't eat eggs, you don't want butter, you want me to buy all these different plant-based stuff? No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's not my area. You got to know your areas.
So, how long have you been in business?
Business started at 2019. The first time I sold the food. So by the end of the year, because my mom is a businesswoman, so she's always going to tell me, go and get it.
Right, go get it.
So I got a DBA, doing business as, in 2019. And then when I realized, this is like a baby thing. I really can't do much with the DBA. It's just basically saying doing business as. So then during COVID, I turned it into a LLC. So I turned it into Grace's Kitchen. I couldn't do Grace's Kitchen because it was already taken. So I did Grace's Kitchen Services, LLC. So I've been an LLC since 2021. So like when people try and play on my top, I post it real quick like, I'm for real. I got the business account, everything. I got the numbers. What do I need?
Right.
Like, if there was a grant and you needed to be a real business, I am eligible. Like, don't play with me. I'm a hustler, but I'm a professional hustler.
You heard that? She's from the A. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she already know what time it is. You feel me?
Professional hustler. I know all the rules. I know the game. I know the street code and the real code. Okay.
And the real code.
The real code, because you gotta pay attention to the real codes too. Because that's how you stay in business.
Teach me one of the codes.
Well, like
something you wouldn't even think of. An outsider wouldn't even think of.
Well, I guess an outsider would not think. Would you think that I would need when you think of a caterer, you think of a food handler license? Was that something that would ever cross your mind?
Not really.
Not really?
Expect y'all to wear gloves or something.
Yeah, no, you need a food handler license.
Wow.
Or a health inspector could come up to you anytime and you can be fined because you don't have a food handler license.
And you could be at any event.
Any event,
They can just...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You need a food handler. You're dealing with food. You're dealing with people. Right. Food can expire. Food can go bad. And that's a liability on you or the building or the company that's offering the food.
You know, I ain't going to lie on that note. A lot of these restaurants might have a food handler's permit.
Yeah, but not follow it.
Bro, I done taste some. I'm like, I DoorDash something. I'm like, I know this shit is old.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can already tell this shit is old.
But I don't think everyone has it, though.
Really?
Well, as far as catering-wise. But if you're a fixed commercial establishment, ain't no way you can run without it. Right. But if I'm a caterer, like, I don't have a fixed establishment yet.
Even you're required to have it.
I have to have it. I have to have it. But, you know, if you're hustling, people don't always follow the rules when they're hustling.
Oh, yeah. Hustling ain't perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot of...
Right? Because when you hustling, you're not really, like, adding up all your income. When you have to find... No, like, I mean, you adding it up, but not to the point where you're thinking, oh, I'm going to pay taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like, it's for real. Like, that's... Because at first, when you hustling, I made this money, it's up.
Right.
No, like, I actually had to file... This is the first year I had to actually file...
Right, so there's the hustler mentality, and then there's the business acumen. Right?
Yes.
So you got to switch at some point, or else you might get caught up real fast.
Yes.
I mean, IRS will come and garnish your shit.
Yes.
So I want to say how much of an impact has this journey been on your business education?
It's made me become a better business person.
Right, because you had a bachelor's in communication or whatever the hell, right?
Communication studies, but I got a master's too, so don't even sleep on the
master's in what?
In human resource development.
In HR.
Yes, so, development. Okay, don't just say HR. So development is basically the technology aspect of it.
Okay.
So it's at the College of Technology. I went to U of H. It basically makes the tools and keys that better define our human resources, because we're all a human resource, but don't you have to develop that? What type of resource you gonna be?
Right, how resourceful you gonna be?
Yeah, or it has to be developed. So like we do different things that incorporate. Well, I didn't do. I just learned about it because I haven't even used that degree. It's just a piece of paper. Just to let y'all know, your girl is educated. Okay.
All right, look, we're gonna give her the pass. You know what I'm saying? Because look, no. That shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
No, it costs money. Now that paper is very expensive.
Yes.
You feel me?
I owe a G-Wagon and student loans.
Man, so even if that paper is just hanging on the wall, you know what I'm saying? You better put some respect on it.
Yeah, you got to.
She might need to dust it out every now and then.
Because, you know, some people try and play with you, and I got to let them know I'm educated, and I'm in a sorority.
Does that make you insecure?
What makes me insecure?
When people like, not insecure, but like, is it striking a chord to where you feel like you gotta say you're educated, you gotta like show them?
No, I don't have to say it.
It kind of came off
no, I don't have to say it.
It came off as in like, you have to like prove something.
No, like, I prove it to myself.
They're disrespecting you or something like that.
Because some people do.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a woman. Like, people try and shit on women all the time.
Wow.
Like, for real.
You're a black woman, too.
I'm a black woman, I'm a boss. So it's like, I feel like people just need, when you claim something for yourself, you have to back that shit up.
All the time. And
me going to school and starting something and finishing it, that's me backing it up.
Facts.
And even after that, I went to go do alternative teacher certification program. I was teaching 8th graders intro to culinary. I was hospitality and tourism teacher. They called me the cooking class.
Wow.
I did that for 2 years. But I've been in education. I was in education for 6.
I see.
But then I was getting my teacher certification while I was in education. So I was the teacher of record for 2 years, teaching 8th graders, high school credit.
Wow.
Intro to culinary.
I see.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to break from that and hit full-time chef?
Well, I was already, I was doing both.
Oh, wow.
So I would sometimes be doing orders in the classroom because I have 6 stoves in my classroom. I have 4 indoor grills in the classroom.
We talked about the human resourcefulness.
Yes. Yes. Development. I'm putting the kids to work.
Straight up. And they're
teaching
making my
them new
orders.
Things. Yeah, they were. They were. The ones who wanted to learn will definitely learn.
That's so true.
And then I just got to the point where when you're a teacher, you live in paycheck to paycheck, or I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I just was not.
What you mean is when you have one income.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
one source of income. Because a teacher, hey man, some people are comfortable with that.
I can't be comfortable.
That's them.
Yeah.
But Grace is a hustler.
Yeah. Don't I wasn't comfortable with that.
She couldn't sit still.
I couldn't sit with that. Yeah, so I was just like, I took a risk. And I just resigned.
When's your birthday?
January 14. I'm a Capricorn.
Wow. We got 2 Capricorns in the building. We got 2 Capricorns in the building. January 16, man.
Oh, very close.
Pick up the big boss Capricorn shit. Yeah.
Starting in the year in this motherfucker, okay?
You feel me? Like, as soon as I met her, something clicked, right? But I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
I had to find out.
Yeah.
And then he kept clicking. I was like, okay, I might as well ask.
Yeah.
So we got a boss in the building.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
It's that mindset.
Yes.
It's that mindset.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to the Caps, man. We do this shit. We do this shit.
Yes.
So then you became published. Can you tell us a little bit how that came about?
Well, have y'all heard of Voyage, Houston?
Oh yeah, everybody can get on.
Yeah,
Voyage.
but still, you still have to be nominated, or you need to, because after your interview, they'll ask you to nominate 3 people.
I see.
And then they'll go look at those 3 people and see if they're worth reaching out to nominate. And then they have like different avenues of why I fuck with them is because it's free promotion.
Right.
I didn't pay for it. They published me.
Resourcefulness.
They published me and I didn't have to pay for it. Not only did they publish me, my daughter, she's 10, her and her friends Googled me and she told me, she's like, Mommy, we Googled you. And a whole bunch of pictures pulled up. I was like, what pulled up? Then I put Grace Zisu in Google and my pictures from the interview was pulling up. And I was like, yes. Now that I did that interview, you Google me and that shit popping up. That already looked good for Grace's Kitchen. I ain't spend $1 on that marketing.
That's a wrap. That's how I know that good food, the good shit works.
I ain't spent $1 on that marketing. So, yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, and then even though Voyage, it may be easy to get on, I took advantage of the opportunity.
Resourcefulness.
And they have like different magazines, so I'm in 3 different magazines.
I see. You know, people say Capricorns like to like use or whatever, right? They want to use the word use, whatever they have, or even people. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with being strategic.
Right.
Just because you're strategic don't mean you using people. It's called strength and weakness analysis.
Right.
Okay, we can be a team. The SWOT analysis, and I learned that in college. So SWOT. Okay. You might be stronger in something that I'm weak in, and vice versa. We could collab and make the shit blow up because we put our strengths together. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not strong in every area. Because some people, they just, like how you were talking about business acumen and the talent. Right. Some people just have talent.
Street smart.
And no business acumen whatsoever. So they gotta hire someone who's gonna do that for them. Everyone isn't able. Thanks. And that's the issue I have with a lot of hairstylists.
And willing.
Yeah, that's my issue with hairstylists.
I see.
They can do hair, but they suck with customer service and getting back to me. Are they like, because they're so busy doing hair? But that's not an excuse to me because I'm so busy cooking food, and I'm still gonna reply.
True.
Okay.
But you gotta understand, you might be at a different operation level, different operating levels. Sometimes you got I say we because we caps, we kind of look at things from up down.
Yeah.
So we look at things down.
Yeah.
And we just like move the pieces.
Yeah.
To the best of our abilities. It might seem like, oh, you think you know it all. Oh, you got a big ego. You know what I'm saying? Can you speak a little bit on that?
I just feel like make time for your client. If somebody reaches out to you for a service, whether you can perform the service or not, communicate that with me.
Right.
Reply to me, I'm unavailable that day. I can't provide you that service. Don't leave me hanging, or we start a conversation and the conversation never came to an agreement. That's what I deal with new hairstyles. I normally lock in people that I use, but sometimes people get pregnant, they don't want to work, or stuff like that, and I need to find backup. Right. It's just one of my recent experiences.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I always believe in having a contingency plan, especially when not that we want to. Of course, we all want a desired outcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't really leave shit up for chance with certain things.
Yeah.
Especially when you invested in it. Granted, life would happen, it might rain.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got like damn near 9% control. You know what I'm saying? If you strategize it correctly. So hey, if that's not you, I say you find someone that can do it.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel that people, if you're going to run your own business and you realize you don't have all the skills or characteristics to run a successful business, because anyone can open their business, that don't mean it's going to be good.
Facts.
So you
COVID proved that.
Right? You need a team, honestly. Even if you have to be the team starting off, but you slowly build a team. Like, for instance, my homegirl kept on telling me, Grace, you cannot do all this by yourself. Like, you're growing, you need help. You keep on saying you can do it, but no, you can't. So now I have a friend who comes every Friday. She helps me with the prep. Mm-hmm. I do the prep for the whole weekend, Friday mornings. And that has made my life so much easier doing prep all one day. I had to hire someone to work with me at the club because my traffic motion is too high.
She got too much motion.
I can't do it by myself.
Too much motion.
I cannot do it by myself. So I have hired someone, and I have an on-call person when the person I hired can't make it.
Wow, more money, more problems.
Yeah, no. And I be really mad when the people I hire can't make it because I feel like some people take hustling as, like, not serious.
It's a hobby?
But not serious, like when you working for someone.
You know that word, serious?
Yeah.
Like when I use it, people get upset. Right? I'm like, y'all not serious. No, they're offended.
Yeah, well, you're not. But then again, it's my shit, not theirs.
Right.
So why do they care to be serious about it?
Lord have mercy.
But I'm paying you $20 an hour, so please be serious about it. For real. Be serious.
See, you're more like cordial about it, you know. Where I'm quick to be like, what? I'm quick to say, what am I paying you for?
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to, you know, you being. Of course, you majored in communication.
Yeah.
Now
you gotta know how to talk to the people.
You gotta know how to talk to people. You know, that's
even though I really suck at talking to people. I'm very rude. Very rude.
If you're, you know what?
But if I'm paying you, you're gonna have to take. No, you don't have to take that.
Why is
you don't have to take it, but you gotta take it. And I feel bad. So that's the only time I feel bad. Like, so if you help me and I'm talking to you like a worker, I gotta pay you. Because why the fuck do I think it's okay to talk to you like that and you helping me?
Facts.
I gotta pay you. That's how I started paying my friends. Because they would be helping me at the club and I'd be talking to them like they're workers. And I check myself. And I apologize and be like, I'm sorry for talking to you like a worker and you're here to help me.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know?
I ain't gonna lie. One of my friends, shout out to Asita Jabate.
Mm-hmm.
She used to cook for me, right?
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, with my communication, right? Like it would be like that. And she like, I'll piss her off.
Yeah, of course.
And so it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? It's just better to pay someone, bro.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'm tired of all this like nice trying to be like cordial and kumbaya.
Because they did you a favor.
Right. So, but now I should need the service.
Yeah.
I don't want a favor no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but I think she was more like, I'll do it for free. Just talk to me nice.
Right? Yeah, I'm not doing it for free.
And I was like, mind you, she didn't communicate any of this, but you know, we pick shit up, right? So I'm just like, it's just better if I just pay someone because I'm tired of. You can't always work with your friends. You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
Now, mind you, me, that's my way of resolving the issue, right?
Yeah.
Let me just make you why don't I just make me your client?
Yeah.
It would just be a whole lot easier, right?
Yeah.
That way, I guess I can talk to you however I want to talk.
Money fixes a lot of problems, and people want to be in denial of it.
No,
money will fix your problems. I needed help, and I couldn't afford help. I wasn't getting help. Then God sent me sales, and now I can afford help, and I pay for the help because I need it.
Facts.
I pay for it. Like, I had her cut some potatoes for me, and I paid her like $60 because I'm not going to do it.
Right.
I don't want to do it.
Right.
I'm just going to pay for it now.
That's
because
true.
I need to be less stressed because...
That's the whole point of being a boss.
Yeah.
You must delegate. You must have the ability to delegate.
Assign tasks.
Right. Assign the task and make sure it's complete.
Yes.
You gotta be the one taking all the heat at the end. So it's okay if you gotta yell at a few people.
You sound like project management now, and I actually did. That was my route.
Wow.
Next, project management. My mom has her master's in project management. I did a project management course, and I was about to take the PMP exam, but then I saw my cousin do it, and she went to no interviews. So it's like, why would I pay to get PMP and then struggle to get a job?
On top of that,
I'm tired of paying for shit and not getting what I want from it.
Facts. That's one thing we ECAPs hate. You know what I'm saying? If we're paying for something,
results.
we need it.
Like, I need to know I'm going to get a job in this.
Right.
So then I went on LinkedIn, kind of like exaggerated my profile that I'm a project manager.
Right.
Nothing happened for me. So then I was just like, well, what am I going to do? Like,
at least you tried it.
I did. I tried it. But I did not go and take the test. Because I felt like if I can't get an interview before I take the test.
It costs money. That test
so if I can get an interview and say that the test is in process or whatever, that gives me hope in that field. But if I can't even get an interview and I've jugged my resume to look like I know what I'm doing.
Like the rest of y'all graduates.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Nah, for real. It's crazy. I mean, you just talked about you have a whole G-Wagon in the student loans.
Yes, in student loans,
right?
yes.
And thank God this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought?
But it's always been there. I feel like I didn't believe in myself as...
Caps are just slow.
hard as I could have.
We just slow. You know what I'm saying? Caps. I think Caps kind of have a little confident issue when we were growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mind you, we have mad talent.
Yeah.
I bet you can do like 10 things.
I can do so much.
You know what I'm saying?
I also model.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like we always Caps gotta find the thing. But we're like always going up.
Yeah. You know that's all. I have a growth mindset.
Always.
Everything is elevation. I refuse to be stagnant.
Facts.
So like.
Cool. So why would you even like graduate to get a product management certification, etc., all while knowing there's no opportunity kind of waiting for you, right? Why would you do that? You said.
Well, I thought there was.
You thought there was.
Because my uncle, that's what he does, and he like does free classes where he trains people to get certified.
True.
But just because he's doing that don't mean that I'm going to be one of the people who get a job.
Right.
So
wow,
that didn't work out. Like I resigned from teaching thinking that was going to be my next move.
You know, on that note, I actually resigned from, I used to be a personal trainer.
Okay.
I was in corporate at BP.
Okay.
Oil and gas, BP, Eldridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were a personal trainer?
I was a fitness specialist.
A fitness specialist.
I was the only one there with no degree.
Oh, wow. That's what's up.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's
we do this shit.
awesome to be in places like that.
Bro.
What? You don't need that shit.
Man, you really don't.
But then some places you do, but you really don't. They want experience.
Right. Now, mind you, something about... I said Caps, right? Because it's just our lifestyle.
Yes.
We get into places based on just being ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like that. It could be our gift of the gab. It could be our talent. It could be our work ethic, how we strategize. It could be our smartness. Energy, you know what I'm saying? And people are going to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to end up where God wants you to end up.
Yes.
And so, we don't like working for people.
I hate working for people.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have to ask her. I already know.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we work so hard to put ourselves in position.
Yes.
Position.
Yes.
Position.
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 Big boss CEO.
You feel me?
In this house.
Right. Oh man, Grace, thank you so much for joining.
Wait, before we get off.
Uh-oh.
We were talking about infusion.
Oh, no.
We're about
to eat this. We're about to eat
okay,
this.
so.
I was going to say, thank you for joining us.
Right.
Where can they find you?
They can find me at 2727 Lounge every Friday and Saturday. Now, if that's not your crowd, you can just follow my Instagram _Grace's Kitchen, and you can do a special order. I do flash plate sales. I do private chef. Well, that's my next avenue, private chefing, because I work less and make more money.
Facts.
I do catering, meal preps. You know,
she does it all.
I do it all, honestly.
Hit up Chef Grace.
So I brought 2 different dishes for him because he was talking about infusion. So for my African Americans, like y'all love that smothered shit. So this is some smothered chicken with mashed potatoes. But then I gotta remind you, I'm Nigerian too. So I brought some vegetable soup with some pounded yam, which they're kind of like similar. Like black people like mashed potatoes, and Nigerians like pounded yam. We can like it all.
Ghanaians like this shit too.
Right? We can like it all. Okay? Like, so I'm best of both.
All right, Grace.
Okay.
We're gonna dig in.
Everything gonna be soft, tender, flavorful.
I want y'all to, for all my Africans, please forgive me for eating.
Yeah, please.
Eating this with
Don't forgive him. Let him be proper. Because I'm sorry, I am not. You see these nails? I'm not about to use my hands to do none of that. That's not happening.
Oh, this is so soft and tender.
Yeah. I let the meat slow cook for 3 to 4 hours.
I let it marinate.
Yeah, slow cook. I gotta make sure the tripe. I hate chewy tripe. I want my tripe to be soft and easily digest.
No, this is literally melt on my tongue.
Yeah, and I was born and raised in America, and I taught myself how to make that. Like, my mama did not teach me.
So in Ghana, we have very similar. I'm from Ghana.
Okay.
We have very similar dishes with our brothers, Nigeria. And this right here, I will give you a rating from an African. 9 out of 10.
Okay, I'll take that.
9 out of 10. Only because there's certain ingredients.
Yeah.
But this shit is.
There's crayfish in it. I use the locust beans.
It even stinks like real African food. You know what I'm saying?
I use smoked fish. I hate stockfish because stockfish stinks, and I'm not about to have my house smelling like that. But I use smoked kidney fish. But I feel like as long as you keep some type of smoked fish in there, it's similar to the taste you want. But I eat stockfish, but I'm not gonna make it. I hate the way it smells.
Look, man, I ain't gonna finish this right.
So.
Alright, so we're back. We're gonna finish this. So now we're gonna try the smothered chicken. Smothered chicken.
Yeah.
Man.
So. And my smothered chicken be selling every weekend in the club.
Oh my God.
So it's what you want. You want some American food? You want some Nigerian food? You want both?
What y'all want, man?
I got you.
You're both hitting.
I got you. It's gonna hit. I'm known for the flavor. Okay.
So great. So, Grace, thank you so much, man. This is awesome food.
Thank you.
What should we look forward to next?
Y'all should look forward to me throwing a dinner party. Ooh. I want to throw a dinner party this year. It's gonna be 3-course meal, open bar. The tickets will be $100, but it'll be well worth it. You're going to eat good food, be around good people. I'm going to have a DJ and an open bar. I want to make it an annual thing, but the first one has to happen this year.
Wow, for sure.
By the end of this year, my dinner party. Grace's Kitchen dinner party.
Y'all heard it, Grace's Kitchen dinner party,
Dinner party, coming soon.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Follow, subscribe, share with your mom and your grandfather.
Yes.
And come on our show. Come try our delicious food.
Right.
TalknChop. See you guys. Peace.
Peace.